Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. Do you see that? That's the Purissama tulip. It's a white Purissama tulip. It is a whole foot tall, which is very exciting for me because in Southern California, a lot of times our flowers are shorter than everybody else's. Like I'll get one that says it's supposed to be 2 foot tall, and then I'll grow it. The little heads with the blossom on it are really up at the top. I thought I'd tell you about my beautiful tulip. This is my first full-size tulip to come up, and this is Purissama. For those of you who are considering purchasing it, this one was an outlier early one. As you can see, there's more coming up, and I wanted to show you the foliage looks like music. You see the way it looks like a symphony is singing an aura with a soprano and a tenor. Pavarotti, maybe. This flower should be called Pavarotti. It's just music. Can you see those dark pollen stamens in there? And then in the center, I think that's the female. It has a yellow center. That's like a bee guide. It's like bees, this is where you want to come. It doesn't seem to have the most pollen. My narcissus seem to have a lot more pollen, but it does definitely has some pollen in there. Maybe the bees have already been here because I see little droplets everywhere, so maybe I can't judge that well. It opened up yesterday, and wow. As far as the color, let me see. You see how it glows in the sunlight, and the sunlight is coming through there and hitting it, whereas all the rest of them are in a more shady environment. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. The foliage is blue-green. I like the foliage on it, and this is a good bedding plant. It is only 1 foot high. I'm told in some gardens these can get up to 2 foot. So if you're in a cooler zone, I am in zone 10B, maybe it might get taller than that for you. This is also the first flower that I got up, so it may turn out to be the shortest, but you know the flowers that come in cooler weather do last longer. As far as the coloring, this is considered a white flower, but I want you to notice that it is a creamy white, and I would even be able to consider it a very, very light primrose yellow. You know, this gets no winter water at all, just rainwater, and you can see a little bit of drying out on the leaves because it hasn't gotten one speck of water, and she can't look forward to that. She needed to get her roots down in there and tap into some water in the earth. You know, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm trying to show you how the edge of the flower has like just a bare ruffling to it, and you can see it's sheer. Like I said, this flower is like a visual music. You know, if you wanted to show somebody who couldn't hear music, this flower would do it, you know. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the tulips that do well in warmer gardens. In fact, I'm told it perennializes in zone 9 pretty sufficiently, and I do sometimes get some, you know, I do get some. Oh, the other way I grew it. It's growing out of trees. This whole ground is a hugelkultur, so all these tulips have to dot around this, which slows them down. So it probably would have been a January tulip if it didn't have to grow around all those different things and finally get to the sunlight like that, okay? Anything else I need to show? I'm just trying to be thorough because, you know, you don't get a whole lot of chances. As you can see, the flower, the leaves kind of curve and then they go up, okay? They curve and then they go up. So I had done that to that one, so you can change them if you want to, but that's what, so they actually ensconce the flower. Oh wow, I didn't even take a picture from this zone, and this shot is just gorgeous, so I'll have to take that shot too. And then it has 2 leaves that are the bottom leaves. These are the leaves that it intends to use to get food. So if you were to cut this flower, you could cut it here and it might come back. It would probably be able to get enough food from these 2 big leaves. These 2 little leaves probably wouldn't be as necessary. But look at how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. This is also growing in my berry patch. I have to keep an area for these sorts of things. My whole garden is really more xeric, so this is the only spot that I keep kind of Mediterranean. And it is growing in the shade of the calla lily. So the calla lily is providing it with a bit of shade. And my hope there is that as a result of that, the flower lasts a little longer. This flower is about 1 week old. It was tightly budded a week ago, and it stayed in that stage for a long time. But it seemed like once it started opening up, it just popped open. I will have to check back and see if it closes again. I don't know. Some tulips that are a little bit on the wilder side will open with the sun and then close when the sun goes down. And as you can see, I've got them planted. I got 2 different types of Purissama. One has a unique leaf and that's trimmed in gold or something, and looks like all I can see coming up for me is the standard Purissama, which is also called White Emperor. So these used to be called Emperors, and they're also called Fosteria tulips. Okay, here's Purissama. It's a couple of days later. I showed you her wide open. So I am now learning that the Emperor has some habits of a tulip that is wild. She closed up today because it's overcast, and she opens up when it's sunny. Oh, I don't know how long she's gonna last, but she's been going for 2.5 weeks now, and she looks great. Oh, she's beautiful. Now she's getting a little shade. See, this is a calla lily. It's much taller than her, so she gets a little shade there. In response to that, I'm hoping I have my beautiful tulip for so much longer. Oh my goodness. I highly recommend, if you don't have a whole lot of space, or if you can only buy like 5 tulips, buy Emperor tulips. All you need is 1 in a planter. You don't need, like they got this 20, 30. I've done that this year. I fell for that. But my Emperor tulips, just 1 is fine. It's a beautiful planting.